Okay, guys, we are live.
Thank you, Powell. Hi, everybody, welcome to the Drift Corner Grand Prix Winter Series, and we are a bit late because you're already a battle on the track, and the battle is Jeremy Clad against Marco Moroni, and I am with Alan Hein. Please welcome Alan.
Hey Gaten, how are you,
Hey,
man?
Alan.
Well, I don't know, this run so far is looking pretty good, but as Marcos really sticks it to Gaten. But going back to us, Gaten, how are you today?
Alright, I don't know. It's late, but it's drifting, so I'm okay. Let's see the battle again with with Jeremy on the back. Oh, patching him.
Yeah, big mistake there. Not really giving
yeah.
room, I don't think, right?
I think he tried to stay very close, but some mistake over here.
Yeah, but you know, Marco's really pulled that out of the bag here. Really solid lead run. But you know, Jeremy right there behind them, and a decent chase from. But that mistake on initiation, that could be the end of it.
Yeah, of course. And Marco Moroni get the win. Of course, I think he lost it on the mistake from Jeremy, because Jeremy make a very decent job on the first run. I don't know what happened for the second. Maybe too confident. Maybe try to stay too close. I don't know.
Yeah, it's you know, it's one of those things, right? You know, you kind of, you know, you have to stick it to the door, and you just take a chance. And I'm sure Jeremy is aware of his mistake. You know, it really depends on what happens out in the lead run. Maybe he thought that that Marco was going to use the full width of the circuit on initiation, but you know, at the end of the day, you have to give the room, and I don't think he gave enough room personally. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, obviously Marco's going through, so he goes through the top 16. But we now move on to our next battle.
Yeah, sadly you need to stay cold-aired. I'm not give you a lesson for this because you are driving tonight, of course, Alan, and you need to stay cold-aired on the initiation. It's very easy to lose everything just on it.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. And I wonder, can LDS and Hubert keep their head cool as they head into the initiation here? And LDS right there, but really shallow an angle, Gate.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, and pretty decent job. I think LSD3 always a bit internal and have some difficulty. I was thinking he was lag, but I think he's playing with with not a remote, with a gaming pad.
Yeah, it was kind of, to be honest, it was kind of weird there. I wasn't sure if there was a bit of internet lag there or something, but it was kind of a weird spike in change of direction for one of the two cars. It's hard to know if it was the chase driver or the lead driver, but you know, that's one of the things with simulator drifting. It's one of the things you have to put up with when battling and stuff.
Yeah, and I'm looking. LSD3 is it's Chinese. I think that's why I have some lag problem, but DCGP is open to everybody, and as you can see, he's make a very decent job on the lead run. And just behind him, we have Uber, Masiak, twice some. I don't know what Josh gonna say about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it comes back down. I think it comes back to the first run, and yeah, it looks like LDS3 gets the win.
Yeah, absolutely. LSD get the win and take his ticket for go to the top 16. And I'm losing my friend, because right now is the Alan turn for make a battle and for go to the top 16. And the battle is Alan Hein in lead position against Andre Selain in the chase position. It's easy. He's not very well. This car is not very well how to make a battle in first position. Oh, lot of angle from Andre just beside him, but Alan make a very decent job, clean on the track. Transition pretty well executed. It's gonna be very hard to Andre to come back on the door. And and I'm looking, yes, it's very hard. Alan was very fast, and maybe too much angle is not so good, and Andre landed it on the first corner. So let's change position. Right now it's Alan on the back. I hope for him he see that Andre can make a lot of angle on the first corner. Yeah, Andre tried his best to lost Alan, but Alan stay on the door. He come back very fast. Good position from Alan to keep it on. Andre make pretty decent job on the lead position, but the battle don't win only on the chase or leading. You need to be great on the both, and that is the judge said Alan get the win. So next battle, Piotr Wejda against Mikhail Blacek. I have a deja vu feeling. It's not the first time these two drivers make a battle together for the top 32. And Piotr go very well. Just beside him we have Mikhail, a bit wide. The mistake for Mikhail. It's gonna be very hard for him to come back on the door. I don't know what saying about it. That's very sad. Piotr make a clean job on lead position. And I think we take back Alan, my friend. That's right. And Alan still muted. I'm waiting for him, so let's do again for the next run. We have Mikhail on the first position. Big work for him for put Piotr in a mistake, but Piotr stay a bit large. Don't take too much risk. And Mikhail is a bit in of the clip zone. I don't know if he's gonna make a change. I don't know if that can, and that is Piotr Wejda take the win. Looking at it, the judge asked for a restart of the server, of course. So just make a look. I will just make a look for the standing Pro Series for this winter season of Drift Corner Grand Prix. Actually, with the two round, we have Kai Wood on the first position, second position for Adrian Chavez with 150. Him, we have Alain Hein with 146 points. All these drivers are very close together. They're between the first and the third driver. That's a big, very, very small gap between it. We have Dominic Bladger in the fourth position with 142 points. Everything is not played yet. Everything gonna happen for the third round on this track of Croix and ternois. I'm already waiting for my friend Alan, but we have some microphone problem. You know, shit happened. So we are waiting for him, and
Yeah,
for
but
the next driver.
I'm still here.
But well, you're still here. Cool.
Yeah, just for you know, guys, like I've said on the comments, I didn't well prepared. I didn't know I will go for a live today because Jeremy had some problems. So if you have some issues or you will not see something, please don't be mad.
No, don't be ashamed. You make a very great job. Well, thank you.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, you're back again.
I believe I was accidentally muted by the higher ups here in DCGP accidentally, so it's all good. I'm back. I thought I had broken stuff here on my end, and I was very sad.
Okay. I just see your battle, but was not so great, you know. I'm joking. I'm a bit kinky with you. It was very great, of course.
Yeah, you know, I kind of went in there and. Like your first battle is always the hardest one to overcome because you don't know how hard should I push, you don't know what the track surface is like. I know you people think, look, it's a game and stuff, but it's just one of those psychological things that you have to overcome as a driver, and it's the same in the game as well. Sometimes they they could change the track surface quickly, or they could change the grip levels of the temperature and stuff. So you could go in there thinking it's super grippy, and next thing it's like rain, So yeah, it's certainly nerve-wracking the first one, and once you have that one over and done with, then the rest of them kind of go to plan.
So that's the problem with it's the problem with all the drift driver around the world. It's not easy to learn the track very fast only on the initiation, and I know what you mean. It's very hard.
Yeah, it's a very easy mistake to make, even more so in the real world. Just the sun going behind some trees could change the track dramatically in the space of 5 minutes. So yeah, I think for a lot of people who compete in the likes of GCGP and stuff, if they wish to go further and go to the real world, they can carry a lot of this adaptation techniques that they learned from Seto Corsa and from DCGP, and implement that into the real world of competition drifting.
I know, but for me, in real life, you have so much things changing when you take some tire, another tires, the same brand, and you don't have the same grip on the car. You need to be very fast to make to adapt to the situation, and I think that's why very great drift driver are so competitive like this.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And I think there's always a theory behind: do you set your car up for the person you're battling? And that's always an interesting point that you mentioned there, that it's the adaptation of that, being able to change your driving style throughout the event, and having that adaptation can make it very difficult if you have to change your car setup to be grippier or to be less grippy, and you're up against someone that what they're like, and you never know, you might just hit a random spot on the surface that might be uneven, that you never hit before, and it could throw you off completely, so I think I just listen you. I was reading your voice. Yeah, it's one of those, I don't know, it's just one of those things I pay attention to, so sure I think we're still waiting here for people to log in, are we, for this bracket?
Yeah, we are waiting, everybody, and I just take a look. I just take a look the standing Pro series, winter series actually, and everybody stay very close. There is very small gap between the first and the fourth driver. There is on the first position Kai Wood actually with 156 points.
Yeah,
and we have just in fourth position the Big Bladger with 142 points. So
yeah,
close.
yeah. It seems to be nearly at this stage a 4-horse race to you know, between the top 4 guys, and you know, Kyle Woods has really stepped it up this year with some pretty impressive results at the first 2 rounds, and after topping qualifying last night, it looks like he's still on form. Likewise, Adrian right up there as well. He got a 2nd place at round 1, and got I believe was at a 3rd place position at round 3. Oh, sorry, round 2. And again, he's qualified 2nd, so it's really tight. You know, going into this top 32 bracket, and we already see Kyle Woods going through to the top 16. It's a question now whether Adrian can do the same thing, and you know, you never know, those guys might be meeting in the final.
Yeah, I think so. I remember the last season. No, I was driving with the Skyline R33, and I remember I fought against him, and the things I remember, it was very it was the same on the track every time. He don't do mistake. Was same. That was hard.
Yeah, you know, and you know, like you said, that's kind of the most important thing. Not making mistakes, and that's the job of so far. So, be interesting to see if they can continue that on.
I'm just looking for the 4th driver for the qualification. We have on the 1st position for the qualification, we have Kyle Woods, of course, we are talking about him. And just the 2nd position, we have Adrian Chavez with just behind him on the 3rd position, Erika Juctus. And for the 4th position, Jeremy Clad. And Alan in the 5th position.
Yeah, 5th place last night. Look, 90-point run. I'm happy enough with that, but I'd like to be up at the top. You know, I like qualifying.
Yeah, you qualify. Lots of time you qualify first. Yeah, I think is your baddest qualifying from a long time.
Yeah, this event has been super tough. Like the top 3 guys, Adrian and Ericus, have been like, what is a 0.1 of a point between the top 3 guys? Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, only 5 points between you and Kyle Woods, and there only one.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. So just like, yeah, like between Kyle and Adrian, it's like what, 0.7 points or something silly like that. And
just behind Jeremy, you have 1.5.
Yeah. So
it's nothing, absolutely nothing. Is
and even as far as one of the more unusual things is that top 32nd got a 78 points.
It's
and you know, guys up as far as 16th and 17th, who usually would be, you know, mid-pack, kind of obviously in the top 32 bracket, those guys are scoring mid-80s, you know. So it's kind of impressive actually to see how close the qualifying standings are, and it's
good news.
Yeah, exactly.
That means everybody up the level years by years, and of course when you qualify is satisfying, because it's not for nothing. You have to work to qualify in top 32.
Okay guys, we are ready.
Yeah, I'm seeing this. We are ready.
So I believe, this is Agent Chiefs and Carl Hildebrand chasing. I've been watching Carl practice. You know, I think Carl has this over Adrian. We'll have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, and the BMW is very, very fast. A lot of grip if the setup is right. And actually, the post driver are a bit the same, a bit far from Carol, but he come back very well on the door.
Yeah, and it looks like the underdog Carl right there with Adrian, probably not as close as he really needs to be. Sorry, he needs to be much closer, should I be saying. But Adrian doing a super good job in the lead position there, and I don't think we can really fault anything that he did wrong there. So we'll have to wait and see what happens when they swap positions though.
Yeah, of course, and everything is not played on only one run. We need to do 2 runs, and here we go again. Oh, Adrian is very, very close from Carol.
Yeah, Carl kind of wide there in your clip.
Very close from the bumper on the transition. Pretty decent job from Adrian Chavez.
Yeah, I think Adrian has that one. He kind of really schooled Adrian or Carol there what to do. So
yeah, and Adrian Chavez get the win. Very well played for him, but Carol was very great too. But I think some mistakes sometimes just make the difference.
Okay, so next we have Paul Karpelinski and Harry Kerr, the battle of the real life drifters. Who are you going for, Gaten?
I don't know, because I don't know the boss. I don't know the boss driver. It will be a surprise for him. I never fought against or drive with him.
Yeah, well, Karpelinski, Drift Masters driver, finished I believe 8th in the championship this season.
Shame on me. Shame on me.
And oh my god, he's a IDC Pro-Am driver, so...
Oh, double shame on me. Okay, I will suicide myself. I will come back.
And well, as we were watching here, Karpelinski having it solidly run so far. Harry right there on the inside, but just not really on the line. I think we expect him to be a little bit wider there.
I know something about when we have a real driver, real life driver come to the simulation. It's very hard for a driver to adapt to the simulation because there is not everything in the simulation, and a lot of angle from that was Powell. Yeah, a lot of angle from Powell. It's a bit hard for Harry to keep it on.
Yeah, and you know, it's interesting you mentioned that. You know, Paul's right here on Harry, and I think it's quite a close one. But interestingly, Karpelinski or Paul, should we say, is actually from Live for Speed. You know, he's one of those guys that's gone from Live for Speed, progressed onto the real world, gone to top tier European drifting. So
yeah, I just got you for say Paul Karpelinski get the win.
That's 2-0 to Karpelinski this time around. Harry has lost to Paul twice, so that's unfortunate for Harry. But obviously the expertise of the European Drift Masters driver going through to the top 60.
Yeah, but for the defense, it's not easy. The simulation is more harder than real life. With my point of view,
I completely agree with you. Yeah, of course. And I mean, it's interesting to see the likes of, you know, for example, Leonid here as he initiates, you know, how these guys will progress into the real world if they ever decide to do so, you know, so...
Yeah, there is something the simulation never have is the gravity force, you know, with the G-force when you're on the turn. And we are talking, but look, David Rodriguez make a good job of in the chase position, and Leonid Kabirov was pretty decent too.
Yeah, you know, it was a solid lead run from Leonid, coming from Russia and being chased by the Spanish dude of David. But as they swap positions now, we'll have to wait and see, can Leonid stick it to David like David stuck it to Leonid.
Yeah, let's see that. And it's a bit shaky for David with the P13. And Leonid tried to stay on the door, but he's not on the clipping zone. I think he's gonna lead
got a solid, really solid baller lead run there. So this is gonna be interesting to see which way this pans out. This could go one more time, but I think, in my opinion, I think David has it.
That's a surprise, and that's why we are not judging. We need to wait.
That's exactly. That's why I'm not judging.
I prefer to leave the judging. I know very well what it is, and Leonid Kabirov get the win.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not judging, calling out false results. In my own opinion.
Yeah, it's not. Clearly, it's not an easy job judging. It's very. And for the next battle, we have Denis Wieniawski against Paweł Croix. It's not easy
Denis,
to say the name.
yeah, Denis is in here. Denis here in the 180SX being chased by the BMW 92 of Paul, and I don't know, Paul Croix not really sticking in where he needs to, just fall behind.
Yeah, I see a mistake from Paweł actually.
And actually, another European Drift Masters driver of Paul Croix of the Drift Patriot PMW. So another professional, or well, professional. Yeah, we'll call him professional. You know.
Yeah. You can say professional. He's not a big word, you know.
In the real world, considered a professional, also considered a professional in the simulator. That's how it works around here.
And Paweł on the lead position, very close to him. Denis tried his best to keep it on, but I was saying this BMW is very fast, and the Nissan F30 is not so fast. I don't know what you think about it, but it's not really easy with it.
It looks like Denis's car is a bit nervous, and he made a little mistake there before the last final transition into the final clip across the line. There's big mistakes from both drivers in the lead position. You know, Paul had some problems in the chase position, and in the lead, and in Denis's lead position, if I can get this right. You know, he also had some issues. So
yeah, and for your player, we have one more time. First one more time of the night. Yeah, first one.
So, to go back to the line, switch positions, and now Denis is to lead in, and Paul to chase in. We'll see. Denis is...
Ooh, solid angle and good side. He was... That was hard for him. He made a bet. Okay. I think he made a bet and say, okay, all in, I will try everything.
Yeah, I think so too.
It was not the best he can do.
The pressure is now still on for Paul. He's got to make sure he's not making the same mistake. But I think Denis should go in there and just stick it straight to him, and you know, put the on the line.
Oh, it's a wheel style. Maybe the pressure is too hard for Paweł too.
Yeah, but you know what? He's doing a really good lead run here, despite that little mistake. And as in Drift Corner Grand Prix, I do believe 2 wheels off is a 0, so he only dropped 1, so that's not enough to knock him out. And that's it. I think Paul has that.
Yeah, you're right. Paul Croix get the win. But that's a problem. When you do a 0 mistake, you need the other driver need to do another 0 mistake, and or you need to push the pressure off. You need to try something, but it's very hard when you make 0 mistake. Is almost end.
Yeah, you know, it always sparks a conversation. Should there be another way for a driver who gets a 0 to gain it back? But at the end of the day, you know, you need to be consistent as well as an awesome driver. And if you can't be consistent, unfortunately, you know, motorsport is not for you, as we know. But it's unfortunate for Denis. He had a really good lead run, and you know, before the one more time, and in the one more time battle, just couldn't stick to initiation, and unfortunately just fell off the circuit, and had a really awesome chase run chasing Paul at the end there. And just goes to show, you know, if he didn't drop the 4 wheels off, we might have been seeing another one more time, or maybe even Denis going through.
Yeah, and I was just reading the chat, and Denis say my heart is not ready for one more time. I see the pressure rocking.
Don't get stressed now, Denis.
You know, I think when you're driving, like in competition, the first thing you need to fight is yourself, because it's so easy to lose your mind and lose your concentration, because it's not like in training, or you don't have second time. You need to do the best. You need to make the best at the first, and that's very, very hard. That's why I love competition.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. It's one of those elements that people kind of forget is consistency and being able to put it out of the bag right there and then. And it's just, I know, that's why I kind of love competition drifting also, is for that reason. You know, if you look at other types of motorsports like rallycross or something like that,
Yeah.
you know, you've got maybe what, 4 or 5 laps and a couple of different heats to get back into it. Whereas with drifting, you've got like one chance to qualify first of all, and then you've got another chance to move on. And if you mess up any of those 2 times, that's it, you're out, and you don't even get as far as the main show, which is the top 16. You know, so. It's certainly actually a lot more of a pressure motorsport than or type of drift sport than any other type of
I think
sport out there, you know.
Yeah, and just imagine you need to wait a lot of time. You need to wait your turn. You are in your playseat or in front of your computer or in real life in your car. You need to wait, and that's it. It's for you. It's now. You need to play it 100%, and it's very, very hard because the RPM of the Earth is very high, and that's why I love competition, because with the adrenaline, everything is great.
So, as we move on to the final half of our top 32 bracket, we've got Erikas Djurkas from Lithuania versus Alexander Ledin.
Yes, and Alexander Ledin is the builder of the track. He made the track with the help of Jeremy Cloud, so he knows very well the track, but he needs to be better on the track, like driving.
So what you're saying is he's got more track time than the rest of us.
yeah, but Erikas Djurkas is just a massive guy to fall against.
Erikas has been a force to be reckoned with. He's the type of guy that's like probably one of the most consistent chase drivers I've probably ever seen, and with that you need to really stick it and take risks. And unfortunately, I don't think Alexandre really took up more of a risk than he needed to, you know.
Yeah, I know pretty well. Alexander is a friend of mine. I know pretty well him. I think he have the he know how to drift. He know how to make a very great run. But he don't really know the competition. We are talking about adrenaline and RPM, and that is. I think Alexander need to train himself on competition, and I think he's a great driver. So Erikas Djurkas get the win, of course, with the big mistake from Alexander. And I just would like to say to Alexander, thank you very much for the track of Croix and ternois. Very decent job.
Yeah, this track is actually awesome. I drove around it earlier, and the detail in it is pretty awesome. So, you know, good job to Alexandre, and hopefully we'll be able to see more of his tracks soon.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I lost just a bit my word because my dog was playing with his toy just beside me. I was not waiting for this.
And what other type of drift sport or motorsport can you have a dog sit beside you and eat their toy?
Every time on live.
Oh, it looks like we missed a run there. Who was that? That was Magic and
yeah, Magic.
Vocek, I'm so sorry, but Vocek, I'm just gonna say Vocek. And
yeah, and Vocek was out, and Maciek make the run alone, finish the run alone.
So it looks like they swap positions around. This time Vocek to lead in, Magic to chase, and can Magic stick it? Well, actually I don't think he needs it, because Vocek made a huge mistake, as you said, so...
Yeah.
Magic is right there with him.
Yeah, it's very close. Great battle. It's almost here in the grass for Wojciech.
Actually, I'm sorry. I thought Wojciech's car was the grass.
Because it's green. And Maciek get the win.
Yeah, that was quite convincing there. I can't. What mistake did
I don't know.
It looked like he over-rotated or something.
Yeah, I don't know what mistake he do. Of course, Powell recorded. And for the next battle, we have Rob Woolhouse against Luca Cristino, another French guy.
Ooh. weird initiation from Rob. I think he expected the circuit to be a little bit loose.
Yeah, I think for Luca is a bit hard, yeah.
But Luca's making that big Aristo, turn Aristo work.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a mistake from Luca or from Rob. I don't know. I'm not sure about that because Luca know very well how to do it too. He make some pretty decent job on qualification. Not this time, of course. He was 22. Let's see again. Let's see the next run. Very close to the outside of the track for Luca. Make a very great job with the big, enormous Lexus. Oh, it's outside of the track.
Yeah, one wheel off there from Luca, but you know what? Robert dropped the wheel on the inside too. Or sorry, dropped the wheel off on the inside earlier on in the run. So, do we have a result?
Yeah. Yeah, we have a result, and the result is Rob Woolhouse get the win for this run, and that's all for the top 32. We go to the top 16, and we have a 5-minute breaks. So it's a good time to talk, and we are talking about partnership. Of course, we would like to thank Drift Corner Grand Prix staff for the work he do. Thanks Alexander Ledin for the track, and Jeremy Clark for the help. And of course, there is all the partnership with Simline and Swagger.com, Simrace.pl, Achille Riders, AutoWeb, Banesport GS27, or in French we say GS27, BMW H. Cormier La Rochelle, there is a BMW seller, and Drift Academy, and Live App Results. That's all for the partnership for this, and of course the French Drift Championship, the CFD. Oh, it's hard to say. I'm looking for the top 16. I'm looking at it, and I think it's gonna be very interesting. We have a very good driver on the both side. I don't see easy battle.
Yeah, Gaten, I'm just here looking at the top 2 bracket. Kyle Woods, again, obviously topping of the qualifying session last night. He's up against Jan Lienhardt. I know Jan is not a name I'm familiar with. I'm not sure if this is his first event or not, but it'll be interesting to see, can he upset the momentum that Kyle has. Yeah. Of course, then we've got Christopher Pina, the 2-time champ.
Yeah.
Or is it 3-time? No, I think it's the 2-time.
2-time.
And then, of course, Paul Kowalik, who will be our live stream. So we'll be seeing that from his point of view, that battle.
Yeah. And Paul Kowalik make a very great job on this season and the last season too. I remember he start not so great, and he's good right now. I like to see him on the track. Of course,
and that's the thing, you know, he's driving that big Toyota Aristo, the big booty car. That's what I like to call it, the big boy car. And,
yeah, but it's great. It's a great strategy. Yeah, I think it's a great strategy, you know, because you close. When you are the leader, the chaser can see the track. I think it's a good strategy for me. For the next 16, we have Marco Moroni against LSD3. And we have, after this, we have you, Alan Hein, against Piotr Wader. And for the next side of the bracket, we have Andrea Chavez against Paweł Kompolinski. And after this, Leonid Kabirov against Paweł Gross. And we have Erika Jokus against Gregors Bartowski. I try to say the name great. And for finish this, we have Maciek Allen against Rob Woolhouse. So just to remember you, if you're looking at us, go on Facebook, go on the social media and make a like, make a commentator, say if you like it, say if you want to participate or change something, just talk about it. It's the best way to support all the work done by the staff. You cannot imagine how it's hard to make an organization like this, because there is a lot of things to do. We need to rent a server. You need to make a Discord. We need to make rules. We need to make live. We need to make a lot of things, like the track, of course, that made from zero. This track is only made for the DCGP championship. So there is a lot of work, a lot of guys working on it, and if you want to support him and say it on Facebook or on other social media, put a like, say thank you to everybody, because the work is awesome. We're still in break time, because we need to make some change for top 16. And if you have someone you like, someone you love, say in the commentaire, say it on Facebook. Say which driver you want to see win this round. It will be interesting.
You guys still here?
Yeah. I was making a little break, you know.
Yeah, server was restarted, so we will be closing to the top 16 players.
Yeah, I'm connecting to the main event server.
And like you said, for the record guys, my pair with Krzysztof Rypina will be recorded from my first person view.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so probably when Krzysztof will be chasing, you will not see him too much. Or maybe he will overtake me.
We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah, probably it will be first time for me when I will be driving and I will be hearing your commentating, so yeah, should be fun.
As you want. If you want to be stressful, you can stay the microphone on.
I was stressed in my first season. Now it's okay, especially with Keno, Krzysztof Rypina.
Okay,
when I will go with him, it will be such a pleasure.
Now it's okay.
Yeah, now it's okay.
Don't lose.
Probably I will lose. But there is a slight chance that I can win.
You're not so far from him on the qualification, and I think you can do it.
Yeah, one place, but
of course it's Christoph.
Krzysztof probably is fast after the first turn, so if I will be not damn close into the entering, I will lose. That's the trick.
Yeah, you need to drive with your head and not with your earth. So we go again for the battle rampage. We are fighting in the top 16. We're gonna have a ticket for the top 8. Let's see. First battle will be Krzysztof Rypina against Paweł Kowalik. And of course, you see on the live, you see Paweł Kowalik with the big Lexus Aristo, and in the front of him there is Krzysztof. Big mistake from
2 wheels off.
Yeah, I think
Christoph is now running away with it. Little wobble there into the last outer zone, but I don't think there's much Paul can do here as Christoph crosses the line. I think, you know, Paul's going to have to really pull out a stellar lead run here to kind of overturn that mistake they made on entry. So let's see what he can do.
Yeah, let's see what he can do in the lead position, but we know very well Christoph Ripina is a very, very great driver. It's very hard to put Christoph in a mistake in the chase position. Maybe Christoph Ripina make me say some lie because he was a bit too much on the internal of the turn, but
yeah. Unfortunately, Paul's after dropping. Is that another wheel? I think that might be another wheel at least.
Yeah.
And Christoph, as you mentioned, Christoph a little wobble alright on initiation, but not enough to counter out the zero. And unfortunately for Paul, Christoph Ripina gets the win. He moves on to the top 8, and he'll be up against the winner between Kyle Woods and Jan Linhart.
Yeah. I'm waiting for it. You were talking about Jan Linhart, and is his first competition or first round?
Actually, that's something I don't know. We can check the standings very quickly just to see where he is right now. If he's not on the standings, then I suppose this is his first event.
Yeah, let's see what Kaibu can do with the Nissan, and very, very great line from Kaiwood. I think, I'm not sure, but I see Jan touch Kaiwood on the first corner. Oh, big mistake. Big mistake from Kaiwood. There is I don't know what happened. There is no excuse from Kaiwood to make a mistake like this.
Yeah, that's a very unusual mistake from Kyle, but you know, maybe he was kind of upset. You never know, he might have had damage from the contact, so let's switch positions.
Yeah, let's see, and let's see what happened in switch, and oh, very wide line. I think that all for Jan, and Kaiwood is going to the finish of the track in the lead position again. And of course, Sky will get the win.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. Kyle versus Christoph Ripina. We've got the current championship leader versus the last 2 times in a row champion, Christoph. So that's going to be a very close and interesting battle. I believe, and don't quote me on this, I believe Kyle and Christoph are 1 apiece at the moment. You know, so Christoph has beaten Kyle once, and Kyle has beaten Christoph once before. Now I could be completely wrong with that. We have no facts written down here. You know, we're just all going off the top of our head. But yeah. I believe that's the scenario with it. Yeah.
So that is, it's your turn right now. Alan Hein against Piotr Weda, of course. Alan Hein in the lead position. It was best of 4 of the best line, and that is very great line. But look just beside him. There is Piotr very, very close. Can he keep it on? Yes, he come back on the door of Alan. Alan stay very clean on this line, and Piotr is very close to him. It's a little bit far on the last clip.
Damn, that was nice.
Yeah, I don't know what's saying. I think nothing is played. Now it's the turn of Alan to show us if he can do the best in the lead position, in the chase position. And Alan opened up the line very early before Piotr. Piotr tried to stay on the line. Very great for him. Alan stay on the door. It's very, very close. Out of angle from Piotr with a caster angle on the turn of the clip zone. But just beside him in the door there is Alan Hein. What fantastic job from Alan on this chase run.
Literally, he was on fire.
Yeah, and that is Alan Hein. Get the win, of course. But Piotr Wada make very great job. I think he tried to be clean, and it's not very easy to fall against Alan. I know what I'm talking about. And you need, because Alan don't make mistake. It's not usual to see Alan make a mistake, so you need to make a bet only on your skills, and it's very hard in your head when you're not sure about what you can do.
Yeah, and when you're versus Connor Shannon like that, you kind of have to be. You have to be careful, right? Yeah, I mean, from the lead position, I felt pretty good. I noticed that Peter kind of tapped me on the door on initiation, so I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna have to stick it in for the chase run here. So.
Yeah, a pretty decent job from you. Clean like every time. I like that. I like when it's chirurgical on the track. And we are waiting for the next battle. That will be Marco Boroni against LDS3. I almost say LSD. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course, LDS3 from China. Probably, I believe, one of two Chinese competitors. And
No.
yeah,
he's the only one, because second one is from Japan. It's Shun Nikiyama, if I believe.
Oh, okay, okay. So is that correct?
Thank you for the precision.
Yeah. So he's our only Chinese drifter. Probably, I believe we don't have anyone other than some other people from Japan. We had one of our first battles was actually Shun Nishiyama, who's all the way from Japan. So
it's not easy to the Asian guy to connect the European server, because there is a lot of lag, big ping, and it's not easy for us to come play with us.
Yeah, it's the best way to describe lag for those people who may not understand necessarily. It's like, you know, the server here is based in Germany or France or whatever. So, you know, I'm myself being from Ireland, yourself Gaten from being France, our connection to the server is quite quickly. But for someone in China, you know, if you ever phone call someone over the seas, it's such a long delay between the chatting, and it's the same thing here on the server. You know, you can make a little a correction on the steering wheel, and it might be a small little delay for the other people watching.
Yeah, and it's not easy, as you can see. Yes, of course, Tree is making a great job, but it's not easy to appreciate all the style. But just behind him, there is Marco Moroni, very close with the BMW.
And yeah, of course, Marco really sticking it to the door at the end there. LDS3 had a solid lead line, had a little correction on initiation, it seemed to slightly straighten up, but you know, had a, you know, I couldn't really fault that anyway. Definitely an 80+ point run, so we switched it around, and now Marco takes the lead position. Yeah,
let's see if Trim can make something, and he's very close. He's almost on the bumper of Marco. That's very great playing from LDS. Very close to him.
Yeah, Markov the Retour, is that Retour? Yeah, Retour drift team, kind of showing his potential. Mad angle initiation, like what? Why? But let's see if that's enough to take the win.
Yeah, and LDS3 get the win. I'm really interested by this guy driving with a ping so high, and he do the job. That's very great.
Yeah, just doing what he needs to do to get the job done, and he's super aggressive in the chase position. He's doing what he needs to do to move forward, and yeah, he's going to be a tough contender moving forward.
And let's see, the next battle is Adrian Chavez against Adrian Chavez against Paweł Korpulinski. We are
I
waiting
believe.
for the for Powell.
Yeah, he might be calling a 5-minute rule. That's something I mentioned last time at round 2. You know, is there a 5-minute
Wykręciło
rule?
ode mnie, ale
You know,
mogę
rule
teraz.
for us. You know,
Albo
can we
nie,
call 5 minutes?
weź
You know, if we had a faulty
Yeah.
pedal or something,
To na
or if we had
aplikację da
to,
się
you
kupić
know,
butlę?
run out of the house or something to fiddle with the internet cable.
I don't know. But the 5-minute rules is only for mechanic in real
Dobra.
life, so
Yeah, well that's true, but you might have a steering wheel mechanical failure. You know, you might have the steering wheel come off in your hands or something.
yeah, that's right. That's
You
happened
just-
to me.
You just have a ratchet spanner or something and swap out one wheel, put on a new wheel, and off you go again. Is that the level we're going to get to, where we're going to have multiple steering wheels as spares and stuff?
I remember one time I broke my gearbox. It was a G27 gearbox, and I remember to break it on the competition. I was like, oh damn it!
And you know, it's funny you mentioned that, but Brian Egan at the last event of last season also had a similar issue. His handbrake stopped working and he had to change it to a button.
And look, we have actually Ricard Jurkus in a lead position. Just behind him we have Quickos, Bartowski, and Erikas is making very decent job. I'm really impressed on the initiation, and just beside him we see Gregors try to keep to come back on the door, but was not easy for him.
No, it just looks like Eric's just got away from Gregors, and unfortunately Gregors just wasn't really able to bring the fight. But the switch positions now, Ericus is now in the chase position. He's going to have to stick it to him if he wants to guarantee and put this into the bag. But right now, Gregors is not looking solid up front, missing the first tipping point, getting the second one, and
Yeah, I think
right there with him.
I think he tried to put a lot of anger, but that was not really working, because just behind him there is Erika, and he stick in the door like you're saying.
And a big 360 across the line for Gregors, and you know, I think yeah, Eric's getting the win there. He's moving forward to the top 8, and he will be going against the winner between Adrian Chaves and Paul Karpolinski, which we have yet to see. Oh, sorry, no, my correction, they've moved on. Sorry, the winner will be yeah, Eric's will go against the winner between matching Alan and Rob Woodhouse. I'm looking at the wrong side of the bracket.
Oh my god, you scared me out first. So next battle we have Leonid Kabirov against Power Croix. And Leonid, yeah, very wide line from Leonid, but it's okay. Don't put a wheel outside. A wheel inside the turn for Power.
Oh, contact! Big,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You know, was that? I think that was Paul's fault. I don't think that had anything to do with Leonid in lead position. I don't think he didn't seem to do anything wrong there. So I think that's on Paul's. Yeah, I think that's Paul's mistake.
Yeah, Leonid, don't make mistake like this. Though I don't know. He tried to stay very close to him because he know the BMW is very fast. Look at this. He's the BMW just goes so fast on transition.
Good job there by Paul in lead position, but it's going to be interesting to see which way the judges will go, and they might look at a replay here for themselves just to confirm it. You know, you don't want to be given the at the wrong call for a scenario like this. You know, contact is quite a serious. You know,
we have
deduction.
Leonid Kabirov. I see the server say Leonid Kabirov is kicked. I think it's a mistake.
Yeah, of course we have the powers, or not we, but the top guys, the judges have the powers of who they put through, and even though Leonid does get the win, he's kicked from the server, so I don't know what that means later on. The server might have to restart actually.
Yeah, Leonid,
definitely a mistake.
Kabirov get the win.
So who are we waiting on? Is we've got that was. Oh yeah, so we're still waiting on the final battle of the top 16 and the first one
First,
second
the
half,
first, yeah, the
yeah.
first one. Because Power have some problem to come back on the server.
Yeah, he's after joining us here again, but he hasn't moved, so hopefully there isn't... Oh no, he's moving now, never mind. I was hoping he didn't have an issue or anything.
He's not great. He's not great for Powell to Kopolski to start his battle like that, because it's easy to lose this concentration. But Adrian Chavez make great initiation. Just behind him we have, of course, Powell Kopolski try to keep it on. A wheel out for Adrian. And
but you know what, Kopolski's right there somewhat. You know, he doesn't have a lot on the scoreboard, but he has a decent amount to potentially take an advantage in the second run. But Adrian obviously doing a really solid lead, so I don't know. This is all to play for.
yeah, I think in my point of view, Powell, Kopolski have the advantage for the first run. Let's say on the second run, I think I have seen Adrian patch Powell on the initiation. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was a weird initiation there, and I don't know if that affected Paul's first corner exit, but Adrian is doing a good job now, and Paul seems to be driving perfectly fine now. So that was an interesting scenario. I'm kind of wondering which way the judges would go with that, but decent battle all the same, but kind of messy.
Yeah, kind of messy, and let's see, we're gonna win this battle. We are waiting for the judge decision, of course. It's not easy to
This
see
is a
everything.
difficult one. This is a difficult one, I'd say, because you know, if this was an easy decision, they would have announced it by now. But a scenario like that, you have to kind of evaluate and make sure that the chase driver wasn't too aggressive, or to make sure that the lead driver wasn't trying to play any games. And I don't think Paul was playing games. I think he potentially just got hit by Adrian and potentially had to correct, but it's hard to see from this live stream view that I have personally, so we'll have to wait and see what the judges say, I think.
I don't know what he's saying, because he's in he's in Polak. I don't know. I think they are looking for a replay to see what happened exactly.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's one of those scenarios, I don't think you can really make a decision on the spot, and if you had to, the obvious thing was that Adrian hit Kopolski, but I mean, that's not necessarily fair if you have the potential evidence to disprove that, you know. So I think the judges just want to have a good look at it to make sure that there was no foul games or you know, no play acting, and
or
of course, you know. So
yeah, no, right. Yeah, the judge saying this session look strange. I think they are looking.
yeah, completely agree. It was kind of hard. I mean, I don't know what personal view you were looking at, Gaten, but from my point of view, it just looked like that Kopolski just did what he had to do. He had the full surface of the race circuit to do what he wanted to do, and it looked like Adrian just didn't give enough room. But then after that, it looked like Paul just couldn't get out to the gravel trap after the first clipping point, and just had a weird line through the inner clip. So yeah.
Yeah, and the judge say one more time. Let's say the judge ask for one more time.
Yeah, interestingly, they mentioned that they, from their point of view, they couldn't exactly figure out what.
Yeah, if it was, if it was, if it was only lag or just deliberated.
Yeah. But Paul's, wow, look at this chase run for Paul, sticking it right there too.
Yeah, but look, the lead run, the lead run is very, very, very great too.
Yeah, of course. you know what? I think that's the best battle so far. That chase from Paul was pretty awesome, but no discredit to Adrian. He did the best lead run so far, I think, and yeah, I think, you know what, you can't have a good chase run without an awesome lead run. So we'll see, can Paul give Adrian the good lead run that Adrian gave Paul, and can we see Adrian stick it to the door? At least no contact this time. Go through the inner clip here. Paul's up front. Ooh, is that a bit of a gap there from Adrian? It is. I know this is a very good battle. This could go one more time again, I think, Gainey.
I think it too. It's very great job for the first and the second round.
No,
that's
actually,
why I don't want to be a judge.
yeah, but, you know, it's interesting you mentioned not being a judge, but one thing I did notice was that Paul had dropped the wheel on the outside on initiation, but Adrian had left the outer clip a bit early on his lead position. So, and oh wow, look at this, a bit of an upset here. Koplinski getting the win.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And we are going to the last battle for the top 16. It will be Masiek, Alon, again Rob, Woolhouse. Masiek, Alon that make a great qualification place. 6. It's 6. Yeah.
It's very, very interesting you mention that, because last season, no, sorry, the season before last, the last winter season that we had, Masiek actually ended up winning one of the events, and since then he's been on an absolute roll. Getting really good qualifying positions, and so he's really progressed as a driver. And it's going to be interesting to see as he goes up against the newcomer of Rob Woolhouse. Obviously, Robbie on the underdog status here, so.
Yeah, Robbie is a bit far from Masiek. I think he's not the best way to stay on the door, but he keeping on. He have the same space between the two drivers. I think it's hard for the little Nissan to come back on the GT86 door.
Yeah, I think the more modern chassis of the GT86 just proving to be superior to the 90s S13 180 SX, but it doesn't necessarily mean the 180 is a bad car. You know, we see Kyle there right up there. And
I think for me the Nissan is a very great car, very interesting in the handling, but the GT86 is powerful, is very powerful, and if you know very well how to work on the throttle, it's easy to have speed with it.
And I think Masiek has really proven that they're right on Robbie Woolhouse all the way around the circuit here. Potentially after taking the best chase run of the night so far, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that's. I think we might have a decision after this one. We're waiting for the judges to decide it. You know, it's interesting you mentioned about the GT86 being a more modern chassis, like, and it's kind of cool to see. But we all actually have the same choice of picking cars. It's not like, you know, we can't use that particular car. We all have the same opportunities. So, yeah, and of course, with the speed of the GT86, Masiek gets the win. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was driving the GT86 for the first round, and it's a bit strange car. He's very fast on transition, very powerful, but sometimes he have not so grip, and it's hard to fight against a big weapon like BMW, and it's not easy to stay on the door. We're starting the server for the last time for the top 8, of course, because we have finished the top 16. We're going to the top 8. Top 8. You are in the top 8 and you fall against the Chinese guy.
DS3. Yeah. DS3 from all the way from China. This could be interesting. I'm looking forward to this one. Of course, you know, he's pinged personally, giving you guys a bit of an insight of what my thought process here is. But I will be leading first, so I think I will be, am I? Yeah, so I qualified 5th, LDS3 qualified 20th. Yeah, so I'll be leading first. So I'm just going to continue doing the same lead run I've been doing all night, and hopefully in the chase run, we'll just pull something out of the bag to get the win. But I think before we get to my battle, we have to visit the battle between Kyle Woods and Christoph Rapina. And I don't know about you, Gaten, but this one is going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think I have a deja vu feeling. It's not the first time we fall together.
And yeah, and you know, if we look at the other side of the bracket, we've got Karpolinski and Leonid. Leonid proving to be pretty solid in the last, well, actually in the last few events, and that might be close. That's going to be a close one too. Ericus, again, another top 8 finish. He hasn't had a top 4 finish this season, I believe. Ericus. Last season, by this stage, he already had an event win. So, or no, at least a top 4, you know, a podium spot. And he'll be going up against Magic Callan, who's been on a roll in the last season or 2.
It will be a surprise, of course. And I'm looking for the standing results, actually, and it's not easy to say what's gonna happen, but the thing is sure is that for Kai Wood to stay on the first position for the standing result, Kai would need to win. We are waiting, of course, for all the drivers. And I was just looking the car of Christoph Rapina, and I'm looking at the setup, and I think he have a strange setup. The front of the car is very high, and the low of the car is flattened to the ground.
Yeah, are you talking? Is that Kyle Woods' car? Is it?
I'm talking about the Christoph Rapina car.
Ah, Christoph. Yes.
And he on the start. Oh, almost he initiated in the door. Open your eyes!
Wow.
Oh my goodness! He's on the door! The transition in the bumper from Christoph. He stay on the door of the Kai Wood. Kai Wood make a solid run, a very solid run, but look at this! Look the run of Christoph.
Okay, I said earlier that Magic had the chase run of the night. I think Christoph just picked up there by a small amount. The initiation was a little weak from Christoph, just to be very analytical, but
yeah,
Kyle Woods' lead run was amazing, and he really gave the opportunity for Christoph to chase. So let's see what Christoph can do now in the lead position, and let's see can Kyle repeat what Christoph did.
Oh yeah, he tried to repeat it, and Kyle will repeat it. Look at this! He's not so close than Christoph for the first one, but look at this! Kyle tried the same strategy from Christoph. He tried to stay on the door, but it's not easy. You need to sacrifice the clipping zone.
Man,
I think you know all the battle. Sometimes all the battle you lose it. I think I'm waiting for the
guys, is that a final?
yeah. I think this time.
I think we should just finish it there, and we'll leave it there for tonight. And we'll just give the win to both the guys. We'll just share the trophy, split the trophy in half, split the points in half, and just give it to whoever we think, or whoever they think wins.
Yeah, Christoph make solid running.
You know what?
Took a lot of risk for the initiation, but that's paid.
Might be enough. Yeah, it looks like Christoph is getting the win here. Just saying, really close. Yeah. Christoph had a better line on chase, and actually, you know, to mention that was actually a very fair point. Kyle had to cut a lot on the chase position to keep door to door, and I think that was it. That was wow, that was amazing. I would have liked to see that.
That was amazing, and I think this is a very great example how you win a battle, because a lot of time in drift you lose the battle, you give the win to your to the other driver, but I think this time Christophe took the battle. He win it. And here we go again for you, Alan. I know you can hear me because he left the Discord.
Yeah.
And Alan Hein against LDS3. What's saying? LDS3 make a wonderful entrance in this competition, and Alan is not a rookie. Alan is the old guy rolling on this competition. I think.
Yeah, I truly believe that LDS can be an underdog here, but let's see. And
yeah, look at this! Look at this! He's trying his best. He's in the door. He's not a great ping, not a great connection, but he stay on the door of Alan. I don't know on the transition what he was not so great, but in front of him we have Alan making a very great job on the line.
yeah, Alan made a small gap into the second section of the track, but yeah, overall it was nice entry from LDS, and let's see what Alan can do right now.
Yeah, let's see, and LDS is in the lead position right now, and just beside LDS put a wheel outside, and I think LDS lost too much speed, and that's why Alan touched him. That was sad. That was really sad because he did a pretty decent job. He tried to come back, but Alan get the win on the knockout.
Oh. So guys, I'm sorry that I didn't show you this pair. Yeah, it was still showing the bracket. My mistake.
You mistake it. You will be burned.
Yeah, I misclicked
it. You will be burned on public stage.
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry.
So next battle, Paweł Kopolinski against Leonid Kabirov.
This is one I've been kind of expecting to be quite close. Of course, Kopolinski, being the pro driver he is in the real world, driving a Drift Masters with his BMW 1M versus Leonid. Leonid kind of an unknown, an underdog here, so let's see what he can do.
And he's doing very great. He's almost on the touch the door on the initiation. Definitely is very fast. More angle from Paweł over there. And I think a wheel outside. I'm not sure.
Alana, I'm sorry I didn't show your pair. I've misclicked it and guys are seeing the bracket. I'm sorry.
Well, we won't stress about it, Paul. At the end of the day, it's the action of the other drivers that are also important. And right now, Kopolinski leads the scene, and Leonid right there on him. But Leonid really sticking it to the door here, but Kopolinski not looking the most solid in the lead position up until now. He's looking a bit better now, but just struggling a small bit. Maybe a little bit too much grip in Paul's car, but really pulls it across the line nicely. I don't know, it's gonna be a close one, I think.
I don't know. I don't really know about it.
Yeah, you know what? It was one of those battles where I don't think any of the drivers really, you know, clearly won it, in my opinion.
Leonid was not clean. I don't have a clean one on the track, but it was more aggressive. So I don't know. He's compromised. So
yeah,
I
completely agree. I think it's one of those battles where, or one of those scenarios where, like, who made the less mistakes, and to me,
like every time.
yeah, exactly right. But to me, it just seemed a little close. You know, maybe the number of mistakes. You know, it seemed like Paul was better on the last half of the circuit, whereas Leonid was better at the first half, or vice versa. You know, it was. I don't think it was clear cut in my opinion. But at the end of the day, you know, we're not judges. We're just commentating here, sitting here, watching what we're seeing, and the judges have the ability to watch replays and to view it from any angle that they wish. So it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do.
Yeah, like he was saying, I don't want to be judged.
Yeah, I don't know what you get. And I personally have judged before in the real world and also in the game many years ago. And it's one of those things. It's like, you know, was the mistake he made as bad as the other mistake, or what? You know. And, yeah, talking about mistakes, it looks like they're going one more time again. The judges are undecided. They want to see him go again.
Again, yes, of course. And so here we go again with Leonid Kabirov on the lead position. Paweł Kopelinski just... Oh, Paweł tried to reinitiate very close. I don't know how he don't touch him. I don't know. Because...
What is Paul thinking, man? He's out of blood.
Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, little mistake from the post driver.
But you know what? Leonid's put in a really amazing lead run here, giving the opportunity for Paul to chase. And that was pretty awesome. That was baller initiation by Paul. It was probably one of the best initiations we've seen all night.
Yeah, I don't know how we don't touch him. I think he was surprised by Leonid's style.
Yeah, he might have enabled the ghost hack. Ghost.exe. You never know around here. And as they swap positions, this time Paul to lead in. Wow, look at this! He's making a bit of a mistake here on initiation.
Yeah.
But after tapping him there on the inner wheel of Kopelinski's lead car.
Yeah, I think too much aggressivity from...
I think Kopelinski just has to finish off the run here, and I think he might have this. We have to wait and see what the judges say, but I don't know again. This is getting interesting. This is getting fun, and I'm enjoying myself here.
That's strange. There is a big mistake, and you say, "Oh, everything is paired right now," and the other driver make another mistake, and like you're saying at the end of the run, I'm just like, well, okay, what next? And what next is Paweł Kopelinski get the win and go to the top 4.
Yeah, unfortunate for Leonid. He had an amazing initiation behind Kopelinski, but just unfortunately couldn't stick it understeer and hit Kopelinski in the door. And I don't think he did enough in the lead position to overcome that mistake. And yeah, unfortunately for Leonid, hopefully we'll get to see him again at the round 4 of DCGP. And as we now move on to our last battle of the top 8.
Yeah, of course, last battle. Let's see, just absolutely, Erika Djokus in the first position with Maciek Allen on the back. Oh, Maciek Allen is very fast, and it's the dive bomb from Maciek. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was Maciek.
Yeah. Maciek is in the GT86, and Erika's doing what he's been doing all night, which is that nice wide lead line, which the judges are looking for. Just looked like to me that Maciek just pushed too hard, knew he had to put it on the line, and unfortunately crashed into the side of Erika's, pushing him off into the kitty litter. Meow meow. And yeah, that was the end of the chase run from Maciek. You know the answer from that.
Yeah, it's easy. It's very easy to do a mistake on initiation. There is so much speed to do.
Yeah, exactly. Like that first corner is super difficult. It's probably one of the most difficult initiations this season.
I don't know. I know the other track. I know the other track very well. Right now, I think it's more hardest, but I think there will be a lot of surprise for the next track. And you need to be there for the next track because it's a Toge track. And Erika Djokus get the win, so that is, we have the top 4. And for the first battle of the top 4, we have my friend, of course, Alan Hein against Krzysztof Ripina, and Paweł Kopelinski against Erika Djokus. Open your eyes if you are on the live. I think that will be very interesting. The first battle, I'm smiling actually. The first battle is Christophe Ripina against Alan Hein, and I would like to say this. Definitely, I want to see the result of this one because it's gonna be a firework on the track.
Yeah, I truly believe it will be a nice fight between those guys. We all know the level of them, of both of them, so
Yeah, the level is so high of the both driver. Let's see. That is, the judge said go, and the both driver go very fast on the back. We have Erika Jeskus trying to stay on the door. Valana, Itachi made a big mistake. Big mistake from Christophe Ripina. I think he tried to be the more...
Too hard.
Yeah, too hard. He tried to be very aggressive. We talk about it just the last second. It's very hard on the first corner. Erika, I think Erika's is maybe a bit stressful because Alan know very well. Erika's that put some solid angle on the initial. I never see that on this track. I think it was almost a backward, and too hard from Erika's. He tried his best to put Alan in the red zone, but I think that will be not working for for Christophe Ripina. Sorry, Christophe Ripina. I'm sorry, I was saying another name. Yeah, Christophe Ripina. That was hard for him. And Alan, I get the win and go to the final, but that's not the end for Christophe Ripina because Christophe go to fight for the little final for know who's gonna be on the third place. So next battle I was talking about him with his mistake is Erika Jeskus against Paweł Kopolinski.
How do you think? Which one will advance to the final, to Alan?
Definitely, I don't know, maybe Erika.
I think either one will be very interesting.
Oh, you're back! Oh, that's
again! What is going on?
I don't know.
That's what, three battles in a row?
I don't know. I was looking at Erika's, and Erika's was very fast. Maybe too fast, and just beside him, Paweł Kopolinski hit him, so...
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Third time in a row, you're correct.
Yeah, third time in a row, yeah, because we had the first one with... Oh, I can't remember. Oh yeah, we had the first one with Ericus again, being hit off the circuit by someone else. I believe, quote me if I'm wrong. Then we had Ken knocking out myself, Alan, and then, of course, we had Kopolinski doing the same to Ericus, so... Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know, and...
You know what? I wonder has oil spilled on the circuit. You know, I know it's not possible in the game, but it's a question. Maybe we should send some marshals down there to check out clip 1.
And we are waiting for Erika's. I don't know what he's doing. He have left the server. I think he will come back very soon.
That's interesting. Hopefully he doesn't have a connection issue or something. He might have when going back to pits. Might have accidentally clicked exit instead of going back to pits.
Yeah, that's happened a lot of time.
Yeah, that's happened a lot as well.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Game just he just saying sorry. Game just closed down on him, so I believe he made a little bit of a boo-boo there and accidentally closed down the game. A mistake that all of us make at times. Obviously, it's not ideal to do it in the middle of a battle, but anyway.
So here we go again. Paweł Kopolinski have a lot of work to do on the track, and Erika's is not so close. A wheel outside from Paweł Kopolinski.
But
I think
planted to the floor. Look, you know what? I don't think Ericus has to do anything crazy here, but he's really showing Kopolinski up here by chasing him, despite the fact he's a 10-0 advantage. So I think we'll know who our finalist is, and
yeah, I don't know too.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yes, and Erika Jacuz, I wasn't talking about Erika Jacuz, go to the final against you, Alan Hein. And right now, stay behind your computer. We have the lethal final. Christoph Wipina against Paweł Korpulinski for the 3rd place.
It's the battle of the Polish drivers. We've got the top dog in the sim drifting, which is
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
versus potentially one of the top dogs in European drifting, which is that of Paul Korpulinski, coming from Drift Masters. And as the lead line, Christoph to lead in, Korpulinski, big flick initiation from Christoph.
Yeah,
right there, a bit of an error.
Yeah, well, that was not so clean, but he keeping on. That's well played for him. But on the front of him, we have Christoph Wipina
pulling away from Korpulinski. Korpulinski nearly has no answer, but he closes up the gap again, coming up to the final transition.
I don't know. I'm looking for the next run because we know Christoph Wipina makes some mistake on the initiation. I hope for him he learn it. About it.
I completely agree. You know, Korpulinski, he still has it. He still has the potential to get this. There's no point ruling him out just yet.
Let's see, and Christoph very close to Paweł. And Paweł Korpulinski tried his best to leave Christoph that make a mistake. Ooh, that was a bit shaky. I don't know. You don't close the drift. I like that.
Wow. Okay,
you know, right now that's look a battle we don't know. You know, because on the first one. We have Paweł that make a mistake on the initiation, and right now we have.
I think let's break it down, right? So Paul makes a mistake on initiation. His first corner isn't as good as Christoph's lead run. Again, transition into the final corner, and I mean it's kind of difficult to figure out what happened there. Did Christoph come in too hard and hit Paul, or did Paul make a mistake? And that's what caused the collision. We actually don't know. So. It's going to be interesting to see which way the judges will go. I think the judges are going to give us a decision right now, yeah?
Yeah, but it's not an easy decision, of course. And
yeah, it might have to be a replay.
And when we have a decision, it's your time. It's for you, Alan, for the final against Erikas.
Yeah, me and Erikas go back and forth a lot of the time. In DCGP, it started first of all, and then they moved on to Virtual Drift Championship, another competition. And you know what? we always get into some sort of argument every now and then. So, or disagreement, should I say, not argument, of difference of opinion. And so, it'll be interesting to see will that happen again, or will it be fair fight? And I think this time, I think it'll be a pretty close fight between the two of us, and it should be interesting.
That's fair for your part. And the judge is saying, one more time! So I like that.
Yeah, it looks like we won't be moving on to the final just yet. We have to see these guys go again. And it's unfortunate for Christoph. The judges just mentioned there he actually had it other than that little contact. So let's see, can Christoph put it out of the bag and this time get the win, or can Korpulinski deny that?
Yeah, and stay cool, and oh my goodness, it was a big mistake from Paweł Korpulinski. And of course, Christoph Wipina fly to the end of the track alone.
Unfortunately, I can't even see Christoph. He's so far ahead, and Korpulinski just trying to catch up as much of the ground as he can. But look, that's the nail in the coffin there.
Right now he's all in for Paweł Korpulinski. Christoph Wipina need to make a 0 if you want to see a one more time again. It's gonna be very hard. But nothing is played. We see Christoph make some mistake on the initiation too. And it's a safe initiation from Christoph, but he come back very soon on the door. And he's almost on the bumper. He was almost close by the car of Paweł Korpulinski. Korpulinski will try to his best to put Christoph Wipina in the red zone, but I think he's not working. And that's its third place. We have it third place for this round for Christophe Ripina, third place at Croix for the round 3. Congratulations to him. And for the fourth place, we have Okos Paweł Karpulinski. And it's time. Yes, it's time. It's time for the final with Alan Hein against Erika Jokus. Okay, we're talking about firework for the last battle, but right now it's not firework. It's just war. It's just war on the track. And Erika Jokus on the lead position with Alan Hein just behind. It's the first time for Alan to be on the chase position. Very close to Alan in the door of the Erika that make a mistake and go a little outside. Alan stay on the door. Erika try his best to put lot of angle on the clip zone. Very great job from Erika's. And just behind me, look at this. We have Alan Hein that make a no concession run.
Yeah, strange that Erika lost one wheel on the grass, so that's probably slowed him a bit. And yeah, that's why Alan was able to be close enough. But let's see the second run.
Yeah, of course, and right now, like you say, Erika's need to his best, lot of angle that Erika's. Oh my goodness! Oh, he don't go outside of the track. He stay on the door of the Alan Hein. Look at this, and Alan make a very decent job on the lead run on the back of him. Of course, Erika's try his best to push Alan in the red zone, but I don't know. I don't know what the judge gonna say about it. We're gonna be the first, we're gonna be the second. We're gonna win this round, and that is Alan Hein get the win and take the first place over there at Croix for the round 3 of the drift Drift Corner Championship. Sorry, I was a bit hard for him to say. In partnership, of course, of CFD. Congratulations to him. We have it, the podium. Alan Hein first. On the second place, we have Erika Jokus. Third place, Christophe Ripina. And fourth place for Paweł Karpulinski. And that's it for this round. I don't know if we're gonna show Alan Hein. It will be interesting to have a little interview from him. He stay on the track, make some messy stuff.
Yeah, maybe now. Alan.
Was that? Yeah, that was awesome. That was very great. Played by Alan, and I think there is a S14 domination on this competition. A lot of drivers took this car for, and I don't see a BMW or GT86 very far in this competition, sadly.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that, Gaten, but the first event, I think we had 3 different vehicles on the podium, but since then it's been 186 on the podium last time, or 2 of them actually, and an E92 and an S14, but this time around it seems like the S14 was the superior car, and I think the right car.
But Alan, we don't talking about, I don't want to talk about the car. Right now I want to talk to the guy who win this round at Croix ternois. What's gonna say, well done for you for your first place, and like we're saying the next time with Erika's, that was not an easy job. But what are you thinking about for the next round for advancing the competition?
Yeah, well, this event went pretty successfully for me. I was a little bit lucky against Christophe. I knew that was going to be tough, and again, I was a little bit lucky with Erika. So I don't think I was at my best this time around, but I think the luck was on my side and managed to do a good enough job to get the win. But you know what? I'm happy regardless, and I love sim drifting, and that's why I do it, and I love competition, and these guys make it difficult for me, and that's why I enjoy it so much. And so yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, but I'm really happy for you because I'm follow you on Facebook on Of course, if you are looking the live, go on the Alan Hein page on Facebook and put a like, because I follow you, and make a really decent jump in real life too. And it's cool to see a driver on the both side. Great, and congratulations, of course, to you again. What can I say? I think you take the first place for the standing of this winter season. And we have a next track, Villars-sur-Hollon, a Swiss Sweden track. What are you thinking about it? Is a 2G track? Are you like it? Are you okay with 2G track?
2G tracks. I think I'm okay with them. You know, personally, they're not my favorite type of drift circuits. In my opinion, I feel like they prevent really close tandems. But you know, at the end of the day, it's all about best driver wins, and if you can't be the best driver on every single circuit and every single you know, different variation of circuit, and you don't deserve to be the champion. You have to be the most consistent. And so at the end of the day, I'll put the time into that track, and I'll try and make it the best, give the best shot that I can. And as long as I feel like I'm doing my best, that's the main thing. I can't do much more than that.
Yeah, but it's gonna be hard because there is a 2 tollgate track on this winter season. We have with Villars-sur-Hollon next time, and after this we have 2G at Calmont. But I think I'm waiting for these 2 tracks, and I hope you too, because battle will be very, very interesting on the both track. And that's all. I don't know what to say more. You want to say something? There's something more if you want to say.
Well, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Thanks to the guys at DCGP for running a fantastic event again. And yeah, you'll see me again at the next event, hopefully, if nothing schedule-wise interferes with me. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I'm out of here personally. Gaten, to you, man.
But it was very cool to speak with you, and I think it's better because I don't have a very great level of English, so it's cool to have a real English guy, Irish, sorry. So what can I say? See you next round. Stay open on Facebook, look everything, and that's it. Thank you, everybody, and see you next time.